Moises Caicedo has decided to join Chelsea. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. The Muslims, Juma Kareem. It's a Friday and I hope you guys are going for prayers. And my Christian friends, how are you and how is the Lord really taking you through all this? Rokani David remains my name and it's the transfer news show. Moises Caicedo is the talk about town, having been disappointed by Arsenal because Arsenal pulled out yesterday, and he has gone ahead to make a decision to join Chelsea. Let's see close to 200 likes. Smash on this video. See to it that you guys show me the love. And after, if at all you've been watching us and you've not yet subscribed, or you've always watched us in and you've not subscribed, please smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing the notification bell, that will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Gvardiol to Man City is another one that you guys should really anticipate. Fabrizio's gonna have to drop a very big hint about that. And lastly, we are having a story of the new Napoli manager. Remember, Luciano Spalletti just threw in a towel and said he needed to go in a sabbatical. Now, Rokani David, it is. You can as well call me RD, and you can follow us on Twitter at Rokani Media FB. You know, follow us, you'll get more news, because we cannot bring all stories here, guys. We just pick out stories that we believe that are really going to make sense to you, but there are lots of stories that stay on our Twitter feed. So follow us on Twitter at Rokani Media FB. That is it. Now, Gvardiol from Germany was the one to report this story, because even Bayern Munich was so much wanting to sign Moises Caicedo after losing out on Declan Rice, but he told us that Man United target Moises Caicedo has decided to join Chelsea, with final negotiations underway. That is Gvardiol, and he's really a very good boss source coming in from Germany. And the reason as to why he was so much following on this deal was that Bayern Munich, after losing out on Declan Rice to Arsenal, they decided to find themselves in a situation of getting in Moises Caicedo. They talked to the entourage of Moises Caicedo, but Moises Caicedo and his agent never wanted to go into the Bundesliga. They wanted to stay in the Prem, and the only option left was to join Chelsea. That is Moises Caicedo. And as it stands, it's all clear that Moises Caicedo is going to be a Chelsea player, provided Chelsea agrees the fee with Brighton. Then Fabrizio Romano, after Gvardiol, told us that Chelsea are advancing on Caicedo deal, talks progressing on player side, contract proposal made, personal terms close to being agreed, deal not done yet. It will take time. Chelsea expect to negotiate for £80 million fee, packed with De Zerbi will guarantee to leave. So that is Fabrizio Romano for you on the story of Moises Caicedo. Then he went on his YouTube and he had the following to say about this deal of Moises Caicedo. It's like a thread of 3 that we are going to read and then react to it. He said the interest was there in January, talking about Arsenal and Moises Caicedo. The interest was there in January and also in the last few months, but Arsenal have never agreed personal terms with Moises Caicedo in May or in June, despite many reports. Arsenal never confirmed the player side or to Brighton. That is Fabrizio, and said to Brighton that they wanted to make a bid. Caicedo was in their list, but they never made any bid because of their focus on Rice. Full focus is on Declan Rice, then Havertz. So this is reality. Let's see how that will go. But for Chelsea and Caicedo, this is something that's really advancing. So Chelsea and Caicedo, things are really going on well, you know. And today there is something that's just going to cross my mind. When you look at Arsenal, they've shown that they want Kai Havertz more than Moises Caicedo, and Chelsea is interested in Moises Caicedo. So I think it's like, let's leave Moises Caicedo for Chelsea, so it that Chelsea finds it easy to negotiate with us for the deal of Kai Havertz. I think that's the case. That's the case. They're gonna have to sacrifice Caicedo for Kai Havertz because he's one of those proven forwards that Mikel Arteta would need in his team. The other players like Moussa Diaby, they go for £60 million, yet they can get Kai Havertz at 50. So that's a bargain for the club, and they rather get in Declan Rice and Kai Havertz and then sacrifice Caicedo to go to Chelsea. I think they are making it into that direction, but it looks like they are really working hard. Arsenal had interest in Moises Caicedo, but they were nowhere near bidding, and they had to first get the two deals out of the way. That is the deal of Kai Havertz and the deal of Declan Rice, and after that maybe they would have gone ahead and see whether they're having some money to spend onto Declan Rice. So the agent and the entourage of Moises Caicedo, after landing onto that information, they said, no way we can find ourselves in a situation of really being in such crap. So the best thing to do is simple: let's back out of this deal and let's choose Chelsea, a team that is ready to come out and really take us to play into their side. Then again, Fabrizio Romano added that the agreement, all personal terms, getting closer. It is not something done yet, but the conversation is ongoing and is going very well between Caicedo and Chelsea. It's not about Champions League football, all known Champions League football. For Caicedo, it's about the project at Chelsea. But we all know that if Arsenal were still interested in Moises Caicedo, he wouldn't have gone ahead to really go to Chelsea and make that decision. But he has gone ahead to make that decision because Arsenal pulled out of the deal of Moises Caicedo, and they passed their information over to his agent that we are no longer interested, and the agent knows it that it might take a month to negotiate the Caicedo deal, and that's why they want to find themselves in a situation of really starting it right now. Chelsea and Moises Caicedo, negotiations really going on smoothly. Personal terms are nearly agreed, but the problem is going to be Chelsea negotiating with Brighton onto this Moises Caicedo deal. So then after that Moises Caicedo deal, we are having a story of Gvardiol, left-sided centre-back, Croatian. I think he's at 21 years of age, and Man City are really progressing in there for you. And Fabrizio Romano told us that understand Man City are advancing on Josko Gvardiol. Deal on player side, negotiations on personal terms are progressing well. Same as Kovacic. Leipzig will only sell Gvardiol for huge fees, otherwise they are prepared to keep him for one more season. Man City looks like they're going to move on Laporte. And when you move on Laporte, you get into another left-sided centre-back. And remember, Laporte is a left-sided centre-back and Gvardiol is a left-sided centre-back, meaning that he's being sold onto an idea of playing Nathan Ake as a left-back of Man City, because to me, he was among the best players at Man City this season and among the best left-backs in the league. So him bring on Gvardiol, meaning that his central defense is literally going to be consisting of Gvardiol on the left side of the centre-back with Ruben Diaz onto the right side of the centre-back, and either Kyle Walker or Rico Williams or John Stones will be playing as the right back. But talking about Gvardiol, he will go for close to 100 million euros, and he's one of the most exciting centre-backs in the world. And it shows you that City are not willing to stop. If it's Man United that wins the Champions League, they don't spend as City is going to spend. But City looks like they can even outspend their record budget in the summer because they're having a lot of money to spend. Winning the Champions League, City might get close to 130 million pounds. You know, in the Premier League, they might get close to 180. So they might have seen themselves earn close to make an income of 500 million pounds. So they still have a lot of money to spend, and they are ready to spend it. So as it stands, City have found themselves in a situation of really making a decision on Gvardiol. They've been monitoring the player, and they're having the money. Looks like it's going to be a race of one. That is City, and that really guarantees them a very huge chance to negotiate the fee down with RB Leipzig. But we all know that Gvardiol supports Liverpool, and he would have been okay with going to Liverpool, but we all know that Liverpool failed to qualify for the Champions League, and when you're in the Champions League, it's very hard to spend that huge marathon of money, you know, on one player like Gvardiol. So City is capitalizing onto the chance that Liverpool is out of the Champions League, and them being out of the Champions League made them lose Jude Bellingham too. So that is it, and Gvardiol looks like he's going to Man City, and Man City are really trying to get him in as up. So lastly, let's talk about the replacement of Luciano Spalletti, and we've been told by Fabrizio Romano that Rudi Garcia has been appointed as the new Napoli head coach. Sorry about that. He replaces Spalletti with immediate effect. Former Roma, Lille, and El Nassr coach has signed the contract. Now, he comes in at Napoli at a very, very critical period of time. It's like Pochettino coming in at Chelsea. So at Napoli, there are 3 players that I think it's going to be hard for them to keep. One, Kim Min-jae, closing into Bayern Munich. Victor Osimhen, United, Chelsea, and so many clubs are interested in him. Plus Kvaratskhelia, the player that was voted the best player into the Serie A. So he faces that, and I don't know how he's going to go ahead and really deal with it. But obviously, wait and see how Napoli is going to react. But these teams are really serious on getting these players on board. So 3 players, can he keep them, or he's going to sell them and obviously boost his team? Ndombele is going back to Tottenham Hotspur, so he will need to get in another central midfielder that's going to complement others. So guys, your thoughts on Moises Caicedo deciding to join Chelsea are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Gvardiol to Man City? And lastly, the new coach Rudi Garcia for Napoli. Do you think he's going to succeed? Is he going to match the levels of Spalletti, a manager who decided to really go onto what we call a football sabbatical? I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.